3 points today, thinking of it in that way. And really extending energy down from pads of feet and up through inner legs, all the way through crown. Do you notice and do you feel the difference? Maybe shifting weight forward, back, feeling the aliveness of that first leg. We'll take the second. And this practice, taking your foot across, so we're crossing the right knee just at a right angle across. And I know we're taking some time for this right now, but it really makes a difference for our practice, for our standing postures. So taking the toes first, really waking them up, pulling them out. And then the pads of the feet, balls of the feet, moving down at your own pace. And then to the heel, the pad. You can play with the tops of the feet. Also, we're gonna take the same massage up from inner ankle, the divot between the bone and the calf, up. Like the walls of the sea as we move through them. There's a space, an opening in the lower leg. You can notice one leg may be more tender, going all the way to the inner knee, all the way up to the crease where lower leg meets upper leg. Okay. Good. So we'll take our seat, our chair, to the back of the mat. We're going to do a little more opening up of hips for feet and hips focus today. Really experiencing the sensation of the earth, the ground holding us. Has been here, will be here, God willing, for us through it all. So lying on our backs, please open your blanket so that your pelvis, back, and torso and back of head can lie. And let's go ahead, take feet hips distance apart by the pelvis, by the bottom, and spread your toes. Feel that warmth and awakening so that they really are part of the foundation of the pose. So you've got the back, body, and the feet. Let's just take fingertips to the upper ribs at the collarbone and 3 long breaths arriving to the mat. Bringing in the depth of the breath, the long, deep breath, Nishmat Chaim. We worked with Kotze Ruach last week. Just accessing the breath in the whole torso, the expansion of the belly, expansion of lungs. And take a moment on the exhale, the next exhale, and really feel a settling of the back body. And noticing the contact with the floor. We'll come to this place again at the end of the practice, but really imagining a spreading out of the flesh and bones and the back body that you really release into the floor as your foundation today. The floor, the earth, rooting down. And we'll go ahead, release hands by your sides now. Extend right leg up to the sky. Just circling the right foot, the right ankle, opening the joints. That foot is a little more warm now, and keep awareness with left knee bent on the left foot. Your anchor. And then bending and straightening the knee. And then with knee bent, circle in the hip joint just a few times. We're just waking up a little bit, the joints. And noticing if there's a way and a habit of moving with these warm-ups. Today, see if there are new pathways, new openings you might find. Let's place right foot on floor, extend left leg, circling the joint, ankle joint first, lengthening back of neck. Always breathing, and every breath settles you. Menuchat hanefesh, settles your body, soul a little more into the earth. Bend and straighten the knee now. Just waking up that leg. And then with knee bent, circling the thigh in the hip. And if you usually do it one way, try another. So maybe smaller, maybe larger. Circles. And place both feet on the floor. And we'll take our strap into both hands. Bring your right leg in, knee close to chest. Put strap around bottom of foot. Extend that foot straight up to the sky, just waking it up a moment. Left knee is bent, foot on floor. And bring strap all the way to the toes. Soften the foot and hold strap near the foot. So you're really waking up the lower leg, the calf. Couple breaths here. Maybe bringing a little arch, tiny little arch to the lower back so that there's a deeper insertion of the thigh bone into the hip joint. You can feel a little more stretch at the back of the leg. And keep that right leg up. Bring left leg up with it and release right, switching out. Strap comes to the base of toes. Right foot is really solid on the floor with knee bent. And today, really noting where you have contact with the earth. Every breath. Great. And from here, we'll release that strap. We'll take one more hip opener. So take your hips first, palms down by the hips. Let's take a baby bridge and establish the feet really evenly and solidly, hips distance apart. Lift the hips up as high as is right for you. Take care of your own body's needs, listening in, and just finding a little length of the spine all the way through the tailbone. Tailbone is moving towards the knees, but imagine the line all the way to the crown of the head. Getting some length, activating the quadriceps, and then softening and releasing down. Keeping that length and the hips really even. Let's take right leg up again, using the abdominals to bring the legs toward you at your own distance that's right for you. Let the space between the legs align with the crown, like the spaces in the text of the Song of the Sea. There's spaces and openings in the shapes. Remembering the long breath and releasing the whole shape back down. Both feet on the mat, knees bent, hips distance apart. Let's take our bridge again, waking up the lower legs, the strength. Feel the strength of your legs lifting you. Releasing them down. Second side, extend left leg up, externally rotate, and then cross at a right angle over the right leg, right knee. And then drop both legs in. Again, take a strap if you want behind the right thigh, or you can take hands behind the right thigh. But today I'm going to suggest the focus is the grounding of the back body. So you're really resting into the earth as you draw the legs in. This balance of resting, being received by the earth. Okay, and then take legs down, both legs down. Let's roll to the left side or either side and come on up. And fold the blanket in half. And one of my teachers spends the entire class warming up on the floor. So we could spend a lot more time warming up. Please pay attention to what your body needs as we keep going. We'll take our blocks at the top of the mat, lengthwise lying down. First, we'll take a couple of cat-cows, hands under shoulders, index fingers aligned with sides of mat, knees under hips, toes turned under or flat, your choice. I like the turned under for stability. And let's rock back and forth, just bringing hips back to the feet and then coming forward beyond the hands, just feeling the hips and legs supporting you. You have to really notice all the muscles working. And the feet are active here, right? Like if the toes are turned, you really feel they can propel you forward. When we leave Egypt in this parsha this week, we actually are told to put our sandals on our feet for moving forward. Okay, and from here, let's go ahead, bring knees a little closer together and come up to a baby down dog for a moment, sending hips back, knees stay bent, feet are together to feel the strength of your lower limbs. Lengthening the arms, drawing rib basket up to meet the solar plexus. And then come on down to all fours again. Bring right leg forward, swinging it forward, and we'll come to runner's lunge. Right knee over right ankle, hands on blocks. Left leg extended back. Find space in the hips and lift up out of the pose. Draw the hip points together. And it's almost even a baby back bend with the wide open collarbones lifting the head. Strong legs, feeling your strength. Feet are the foundation. Hands are also supporting. Then we'll keep hands on blocks. Take right leg back for a down dog that's lifted, this time feet hips distance apart. Lengthening back, soften behind the knees, base of toes to pinkies are spread. Maybe the heels are lifted a little. Lines of energy coming up through the inner leg, sending down through base of toes and heels. Swing the left leg forward for second side, left leg lunge, so knee over ankle. Paying attention to your feet, reglayim. Noting if right now there's another way that you can do this posture that feels a little bit like unlocking a habit. And then swinging left leg back, go from runner's lunge to down dog again. Taking hands to the mat if that's okay for you, keeping them on the blocks if you'd like a little more height. Softening behind the knees. Feeling if your hands are on the floor, ascending down energy of base of fingers and toes, and a lifting up energy through inner arches and legs of the feet, and then through the inner palm. Then let's walk our feet to the top of the mat, remove the blanket. We'll just take a sequence of standing postures, and the chair is also here for height. So if you don't usually practice with a height under your hands as you do standing poses, I invite you to do that. We'll either take hand to the block or the chair, and we'll do a sequence through of triangle, through side angle, through warrior. Okay. Feet should feel good and warm, yeah? Let's roll the shoulders a moment, just waking up anything else you need. Do a little wiggle. Get yourself ready. Maybe a little shake it out. The shaking practice is good these days. Okay, let's go ahead and play with starting on the right leg extended, left leg turned in. Inhale, raise arms. Hinge the hips to your right slightly and take the whole shape up and over for triangle. Hand on block or up higher on chair. Today, really focus on sending energy down equal and opposite to the earth and receiving energy up from the earth. Relationship with earth equal and opposite. Then soften behind the right knee, top arm over for side angle. Turning the heart up to the sky. Establishing really strong foundation in your feet. So that connection with the earth is what gives you the energy, the sap rising up. Keeping legs as they are, reverse warrior. Just lift your right arm up, release left arm down. Then warrior two. Palms face forward or down, your choice. Looking over the right arm. Knee is aligned over the ankle. And today, take a playing with this of coming up out of it a little. Maybe bringing feet closer together. Really find your stance. Find your strong legs supporting you. And then straighten that right leg. Let's take the chair or two blocks to the front of the mat, right where the right leg was. And coming and facing the chair, feet are hips distance apart. Your right leg is forward, left leg is back and turned out. Inhale, raise the arms. And then exhale, turn the whole torso and pelvis over that front leg. Hands come to the chair or blocks in front of you for a forward fold prayer pose that's just midway. And feeling into your strong feet, really noticing every detail of the action of the feet, base of toes, base of heels, the cushion of the heel as a feeling the whole circumference of that cushion, and then the lifting up through the inner arches of the feet. You can really play with your stance, whatever feels, not pushing it, but resting into the pose. And then let's walk hands a little closer together. Keep your left hand down and then lifting and turning away for a revolved triangle, very high up. Feeling the strength of the legs supporting you. Making possible the reach up through the belly, the line from pubic bone through to sternum, to sternal notch, to crown. Oh, and then releasing back down. Let's come all the way to down dog. Hands on chair or hands on mat or blocks, your choice. Long breaths, feeling every single exhale drops you a little more deeply into connecting with the earth. And then walking feet forward, rolling on up. Let's put the chair on the other side of the mat. Have it ready for us. And then I have two blocks behind if you want. Externally rotating the left leg on the top of the leg. Right leg turns in, raise arms. Turn hips to the left and hinge over for triangle. And you can come to the chair at a height or a block, your choice. Really noting that you can play with bending and straightening the legs. Really, just all of the attention is on your legs and feet. Then softening behind the knee, top arm over, right angle. Side angle. Turning heart up to heaven, to the sky. Lev Hashamayim, the heart of the fire reached the heavens on Sinai. Keeping legs as they are, reverse warrior, just for a breath or two. Oh, feeling the openings, new spaces inside the body. And then warrior two with palms forward, looking over the left arm, coming up out of that bent leg on the left if you want to play with it a little. And then straightening that leg, let's come to down dog, either with the chair or the blocks or hands on floor. Down dog. Feel the feet and hands as your foundation. Feet and hand themes come through this story. Outstretched arm. And yadecha, the hand is actually referenced in this portion with the last few plagues. And let's walk feet forward. Come standing to the side of the mat. And we'll take the right leg back, left leg forward. Feet are hips distance apart, back leg turned out. And first, we'll raise the arms up. Really feel yourself as a tree, the inner arches of the feet, bringing energy from the earth all the way up through to your fingertips. And the energy of your roots, the feet sending down from base of toes, base of heel, and hinge the shape over to the chair or high blocks, just a very high prayer pose. Feeling the strength of your legs as the source of your prayer. And then walking hands a little closer together or bringing blocks in closer wherever your hand is. Let's turn to the straight leg, turn to the left for revolved triangle, lifting that left arm high, keeping legs and feet steady. Releasing the hand down. If you're at a chair, take a moment for a right angle, just extending the spine long. You can do this with blocks too. And then let's come on down to the floor. Bring your blanket. Go ahead and fold it in half and then again, so you have a nice lift for your hips. We'll take a little twist. Come sit at the very front fold. Extend your right leg long. Bend the left knee and bring that foot close in so the heel is close to your sits bone, but let it be a little wide. Doesn't have to be right next to the long leg. And then take hands to blanket, lift hips, send the sit bone off. The long leg comes forward so that the whole torso and pelvis turn towards that bent leg. Wrapping front arm around, fingertips behind for a sitting twist. Feel the whole leg on your right side as your foundation, and the bent knee foot and sits bone as the second foundation. Earth, earth, Adama, Adama, holy earth, holy feet, holy body. Keeping the legs as they are, turn head only, head and neck to look forward. Finding that length of the spine from the sits bones up. And then let's release the shape. Take second side. You're extending the left leg. Take hands to the blanket, lift hips off, send that left leg forward. The sits bone is off that blanket. So you really are turning the whole pelvis and torso to the right, widening the stance. My right foot is really moved away. So there's space between the legs, wrapping front arm around, fingertips behind. Open heart, wide collarbones, long spine. Holy earth, holy feet, holy body. Take head and neck forward only, keeping body still and steady. Feeling the openings in the neck. And we'll release that posture and come to lying down with an open blanket, removing the other props. We'll take one more lying twist and then resting pose. So first, lying down, and let's come back to that shape where we started. Feet are hips distance apart, knees are bent. Take hands by the pelvis, lift hips up once more for the baby bridge, sending knees away and feeling the difference, feeling the new openings, maybe the changes in the habits of doing these postures. Release, release down, fingertips to collarbones, and feel the body meeting the earth meeting the body. Exhale settles you. We'll take a very tiny moment of a lying twist. Take knees to the left, extend the right arm out in a V shape. Just find that line from outer hip through side body, through inner armpit to the fingers, through the elbows. Bring these back to center. Just bring them all the way over. Second side. Knees to the right, opening the left arm. Oh, feeling any new shape in this moment. And coming back to center and taking your resting pose. Inviting you today to lie flat on the floor, if that's right for you. Or if you want, you can bring your chair or turn around to a couch if you have one near and bring the lower legs on top of the seat so that the knees are directly above the hip points and releasing down. So either one. Taking a deep, long breath, erech apayim, and releasing back body to the floor. Front body to back body. And taking a deep, long breath, erech apayim. Bending knees, rolling to your side. Coming on up to sitting. Let's sit with a little lift under your sits bones. Take a moment to feel your connection with the earth here in this posture. Pelvic bowl open and wide, long spine, wide collarbones, releasing the arms soft in your lap, lengthening back of neck, and feeling when you take a deep breath, feeling the movement inside, feeling the expanse in every moment, and feeling the settling on the exhale. And we'll close our practice with our hands at our hearts if you're comfortable, and the phrase B'Tselem Elohim. The divinity in me greets the divinity in you. And may our practice benefit all beings and the earth itself. Thank you for coming today and practicing. If you would like to stay in quiet space, please do. We have a couple of announcements. First of all, there's an amazing course coming up with Sam Fine-Smith for the Sphirot, and Rachel will put the link in again if you didn't see it at the beginning. We also have a conversation coming up on Tu B'Shvat, on the first day of Shvat, on Thursday, with Josh and with Andre Spokony, who's the head of Jewish Funders Network, talking about harnessing the power of collective action in these times. So that's in the link. And you can also find my website in the link. And I have an upcoming workshop that I offer quarterly called Dancing Our Grief. And it's connecting movement practices with art. It's a beautiful experience, and that link is there. And other practices and podcasts, including one for Menuchat HaNefesh and including one for Zrizut as it relates to the earth, are on my website too.